Good morning, this is Embedded System DET3102. Course outcome, students will be able to select the relevant microcontrollers for various industrial applications. Students will be able to use embedded C programming language to maintain the embedded system. Students will be able to interpret the communication standards of embedded systems. Students will be able to develop basic applications of embedded systems. Students will be able to interpret features of real-time operating systems. So I will so let us have some this information of uh, kill package. Kill package, as we know, is used for uh, writing, editing the programs for 8051 in the higher level language, embedded C language, and this kill package can be used to compile those higher level language programs, and this compiled output will be generated in the machine level language in the .exe file. So in previous semester you have done the same thing with the ASM language, AS assembly level language. Now we are doing this programming of 8051 at higher level language, embedded C language. Embedded C language is very same as the C language. That we'll check afterwards whenever we are going to learn the programs. So first we'll check the what is Kill Macrovision compiler. So Kill Macrovision compiler is a compiler with the help of which we can edit or write. Edit means write the program in the editor for the macro Kill Macrovision 5, and that program is for the 8051 microcontroller or 89C51 microcontroller. In higher level language we can write embedded C language, and we can compile it, and we generate the exe file, and this exe file can be written into the code memory. Code memory is the ROM of the 8051. 4K RAM is available, but to write that we require the burner or programmer circuit. So programmer circuit is there with in our laboratory. We can write that. But meanwhile, we can have, if we are not having that programmer hardware or the 8051 PCB and microcontroller, then we can use this Kill software to write the program and execute it and simulate it, and after simulation we can go for its output observation. Okay, we can observe the output and we can check the output also. Okay, so in this way we can use this Kill program or package. So for that we have to download it and we have to check it for its use. Okay, so Kill package is as we have discussed in previous lecture also, is for higher level language program writing and compiling and generating the executable file, and then executable file can be written into the ROM of the 8051, and for that we require the programmer circuit or burner circuit. We can burn the file into the ROM in the hardware, and actually 8051 IC can be then checked with the working or executing the program. But before that, only using the Keel software, we can write the program and we can execute it and we can check the simulation outputs. So for that, we have to, in both cases, for hardware executable file generation or for simulation only, in both the cases, we have to download the Keel Macrovision. Now it is 5.7 version software, and install it, and how to download it, where to search it, what is the website, from that what is the link to download, and how, what is the procedure to download, and how, what is the procedure to install, and after launching how we can use it. Till that we can have the discussion. Now live I will show you how to do this. Just watch for the details I am doing, and so it will be useful for installing to you also. Okay, so let us check this. Good morning. This is Unit System Laboratory in 2004. As an experiment, let us check Caramel provision for backers. It's an interpretation of the website, searching on the website. Its website information of download, how to download it, and after downloading, how to install it. In this particular session, let us check the website for the Kale Macrovision. So Kale Embedded Development Tool for ARM Cortex Core, and same is there for 8051. You can click here on the download for Kale Max C compiler, macro assemblers, or you can go to www.kale.com. So this is the website for that, www.kale.com. All the information is there. You can read it. Now go through the website. If you go here in the download section, there will be the product download and file downloads. You can go in the product download for the Kale package download, and in file download we are having this again files. For example, Kale 251 development tools are there, Macrovision general files applications are there, utilities are there. Okay, so we'll go for product downloads. So to download the software, so let us check for the product of 8051 here. So this is for ARM, Cortex ARM devices. This is for 80251 devices, and this is for 166 C166X, C166X, C2000 MCUs, and this one is C51 is for 8051 devices. Okay, version is 9.60A, May 2019 version is there. So I will click on this particular link so that it will show the hardware requirements. So I will click on the hardware requirements. So it shows the system requirements for this MDK. Okay. So this is the hardware requirements, the software requirements, supporting operating systems, recommended hardwares. Okay, details are there, and this is for other C251 and 166 and C51 development kits also. So this is hardware requirement. These are the softwares, operating system supported. Okay, Windows 8, Windows 8.1, Windows 10, Windows 10 Pro, all these operating systems will do. So again we go for the download and C51 window. Here it is given the instructions to install the C51 software. Right click on this C51V960A. So this is the file, it is the link, and save it to your computer. Right click and save it to your computer. If you left double click also, then also it will download and get saved into our download folder. Okay. Then PDF file may be opened with Acrobat readers, and zip file may be opened with the pkzip and winzip files. So these are the instructions given. So let us check by downloading it. So I will click here on the, as the instruction, we can right click it and we can download, or in a particular folder I will click, it will get downloaded in the download folder. So download has started. C51 or V960A.exe. I think it is 93.9 MB, and it is now internet is quite fast, so it is taking some 30-40 seconds, 35 seconds remaining, and out of 93 MB, 40 MB is already downloaded. So around 25 seconds are left, or 30 seconds are left, depending on the fluctuation in the internet speed. It fluctuates. So out of 93.9 MB, almost 70 MB is downloaded. So 13-15 seconds are remaining. So C51V960A.exe. So this file is getting downloaded, and we see here it is download is completed. Okay, download is complete now, and we can click here for showing the folder. If I click here to show the folder, then it will go into that folder. So it is gone into the folder. Okay, so it is C51 V96.exe. So look at your class attendance are there here, isn't it? Class list 2021.html. Okay, please be attentive in the class. So all the record of your attendance is regularly updated, and it is available online. Class list, today also, yesterday lecture, today lecture, all these available with me. So please be attentive in the classes. Now let us double click this file which is downloaded, which is C51V960A.exe, so that it will start installation. I double click it. So it will ask whether you want to allow this app to make changes in your device. I will say yes. Okay. So this setup program installs Keil C51 version 960.a. Okay, this is the setup. Okay, so this is the release information. Welcome Keil Microvision. Release is 5/2019, May 2019. And this setup program installs Keil C51 version 9.60a. This setup program may be used to update the previous product installation. So if I have already installed Microvision, then previous installation is there, then we have to copy the backup files, otherwise it will overwrite it. And as I am not having any product this already installed package, so I will not have any backup copy. So it is recommended that you exit the window program before continuing the setup. Okay, so follow the instructions to complete. I will click the next. So these are the different license agreement details. Okay, so you have to go through it and then click here, I agree to all the terms and preceding license agreement. Okay, I click here for this license and then click to the next. Now this installation package has created the destination folder C:\/ keel_v5. Okay, now select the folder where setup will install the files. So it is already created by default. It is creating into the C folder, C directory, because in C directory the operating system is there. If we want any other folder, that to install this to this folder, otherwise press next. And for installing in this folder, otherwise install to different folder, then press browse button. So this is the browse button, and new folder you can create here, anywhere you can create a new folder. Now I cancel this browse button clicking, because I want to install in the same this folder C:\/ because this is the default created folder by the software, and I will click the next. If we want another folder, we can go for the browse and we can create any other location. Now I am using the same location detected by the software, so I will click next. I will fill here the name, first name, then last name, then my email ID, and then click next, and to start installation. Now it is completed the installation, and MicroVision setup has prompted all the requested operations successfully. Okay, now there are three ticks are there. First tick is to show the release note. Second tick is retain current MicroVision configuration. Third tick, add the example project to the recently used project list. So retain the current MicroVision configuration is because already I was installed once the MicroVision, so it will retain the same configuration. If first time anybody is installing, this tick will not come. Only this first and last tick will come. So show release notes. If you want, you can remove that also, or you can keep this as a also. Add the example project to recently used the project list. You can use it for adding the example projects. Example projects will be added here. So you will get the ready-made example projects, isn't it? So keep this tick, add the example projects, and then I will click the finish. So I will get this release notes. So release notes are pop. This shows the location C:\v5. This is in our system hard disk. So this particular system hard disk, C directory, it is in the C directory KL5 folder, C51 folder, HLP help folder, release notes.html. Okay. So there are example programs, there are peripheral simulations. Okay, so example program is there, so I will click the example program, it will go to example program. Okay, so here example program is there. Example program include the C51 example. So in folder C51 there is a folder of example, and so in that folder example programs are there. So again, if we check the peripheral simulation, again the peripheral simulation, the MicroVision debugger provides the complete simulation for the CPU and on-chip peripherals, most embedded devices. The discover which the peripheral of device are supported. The MicroVision select the simulation peripherals item from the help menu. You may also use the web-based device database. So on the internet it is there, and here in the complete simulation is clicked, it will give the simulation also. So all the details are available as this if you click the websites, details of all the simulations are available. Okay, so this is Macrovision, sorry, Macrovision IDE. IDE means Integrated Development Environment. So Macrovision Project Manager and Runtime Environment is available, where the project is there, project target is there, then manage runtime environment, configure wizard, everything is there, and details of all this is written. The functions are written, code completion is written here, then function parameters are written, dynamic syntax checking is written. Everything is provided as a support in the help. Okay, so home MDK Macrovision IDE. So details of all this is available. Everything is available on the website. You just go through it and you will get this. And this file is there in this folder. C. I will go to C drive. Okay. So in C drive there is a KL_V5 folder is there. In that there is a C51 folder is there. In that C51 folder there is example folder as well as HLP folder is there. So in help folder it is available as a release node.htm release node.htm. So yes, release node, and this is now I have clicked and it is popped up. Okay, so in this way it is in the HPL. In the example also, in example folder many examples are there. You can check here in C drive KEIL_V5 in that C51 folder, in that examples folder, many examples are there. ASM, benchmarks, Blinky. So check, this is the example. Then code banking, then hello example is there. Okay. Hello.c you can find. Okay. So many examples are there. You can open these examples for study purpose afterwards. Okay. Of this we are having the shortcut here, KL Macrovision. If I double click this shortcut, ARM KL Macrovision 5 will be opened, and this will open the IDE software. Okay, in this software we can write the different codes and we can execute those codes. Okay, here presently the hello program project is shown. So in hello project, if I click the hello.c, it will show the file program of hello. Okay, so presently till this will stop, and in next video we'll check how to use this software. Okay, thank you. Good morning. This is open source software and hardware D. We'll now check the software also simultaneously. 8051. We require both that software package installation, software package different components. What do you mean by different components? How to use those different components? What are the different buttons? How to use how to write the program, how to execute the program, everything. And at the same time, what is the program, how to write the program, what are the different uh, mnemonics or commands in the program, what is its implication, how to use it, how to apply it, how to generate the program, how to check the output. All these are required. Similarly, the program details are also required. So we'll go simultaneously. We have to understand the program writing, and we have to understand the software package use of the software package. So simultaneously we'll go for those. Once we understand the software package use and we understand the different programs, we can then combine together. That means we can write the programs into the software package and execute it. So that is our ultimate aim, to writing the programs into the software package and to simulate it. And once we simulate, if time permits and if you are there in college, we can have the burning of the program into the hardware also. Okay, so at least we should go till up to the simulation. So let us check the programs also one by one, so that we can have both the program writing, program understanding, and the software installation, software use, software help, software facilities, software buttons, and writing then these software programs into the software package and executing and simulating. And after simulating, there will maybe hardware implementation. Okay, so these two will go parallel. That means understanding the package, understanding the programs. These will go parallel. After understanding these two, we'll combine these two. That means using package, we write program into that and execute. This is third. Fourth will be after executing, check into the simulation output. And fifth will be last. We may have the hardware implementation. Okay. So let us check the programs. You understood? The two things are going parallel. Software package we are learning, and writing program, understanding program we are going to learn. We are learning. Okay. So these are the two different things parallelly we are doing. Isn't it? These two things we are doing parallelly. So this is the programs of 8051 in embedded C. The programs of 8051 in the ASM language you have already learned, studied into semester 4 in the MAA subject. In that same microcontroller 8051 programs you have written into ASM code, and you have converted into machine level language .exe file and burn into the IC with the help of burner in previous this subject, previous semester subject. And now in this semester we are using, instead of ASM language, assembly language, ASM, assembly level language, isn't it? Machine level language, ones and zeros are there. ASM, assembly level language, that is having mnemonics, isn't it? We are moving from one register to this register, adding to this register, addressing, direct addressing, indirect addressing. These mnemonics are there. And now what we are doing? We are writing the program into higher level language. What we are doing now, we are writing the program into higher level language. Which is the higher level language? It is embedded C. Embedded C is higher level language. What is the difference between higher level language, lower level language, and machine language? Machine language is the language which is in the terms of ones and zeros. we cannot very easily understand machine level language. There are only ones and zeros. To understand what is the program, it must be just like some English like words must be there. And this is done in the ASM language. MOV, move, okay, rotate, then carry, add, SUB, sub, complement, CMP. These like mnemonics are developed. These mnemonics will look like English words. This is called assembly level language. We'll have assembler, and that will be having the linker conversion of the assembly level language mnemonics into the machine level program, and then that machine level program we can write into the ROM. Light gauge. In case of we have seen in there was light electricity breakage problem. We will start again. In case of ASM, we have seen assembly level mnemonics are there, just like some English like words are generated with that program is written, and the assembler can convert it into assembly level language into the machine level language, ones and zeros, and that exe file machine level language can be file can be written into the ROM, and that will be executed by the 8051 microcontroller. This is called lower level language, ASM language, lower level language to machine level language, ones and zeros, 1010 language. Similarly, more convenient language is there, that is higher level language, that is C language, C like language, and that is called embedded C language, embedded C. What is there in that language? It is higher level language, that means English like words are there, English like commands are there, print, write, scan, okay, for, if, then, else, while, okay, include, main. You can write your own names of the variables. Everything is there, English like words we can use. You can use any English like word for naming the variable. Okay. So in embedded C language, that is higher level language, for 8051 or any embedded type of the system, so many languages are there. Java is there, and others are also there. Python is there. For higher level language, for embedded exe file generation for microcontrollers, various microcontrollers, for 8051 also. So embedded C language is generally used. Most of the users are there. It is popularly used. So in this semester we are checking the embedded C language. So let us have the programs of the embedded C language. As you know, we are running parallelly the Keil Microvision 5 package introduction and its details, and also the embedded C programs. So we'll parallelly learn this. Once you learn both the things, then we can write these programs into Keil Microvision 5 and execute. Okay. So let us start with the programs in 8051 in embedded C. So this is the first program to blink port pins high and low forever. So what is the statement? It is the program. We have to write the program to blink the port pin. There are port pins and we have to blink it. Blink means we have to make on and off, on and off, on and off. Okay. To make the port pin on, we have to send 1 high level, and to make it off we have to send 0, and we can have the LED connections for the port pins. So we have to blink the port pins. So what do you mean by port? we have discussed. The port is nothing but the collection of 8 input-output lines. There are total 32 input-output lines for 8051. We have discussed this in the revision of the 8051 details. Okay. So you already discussed or studied the 8051 architecture, 8051 details, pin configurations, etc. in the MAA, that is 4th semester subject or course. So we have discussed also, we have revised also the same things in the previous lectures. So 8051 is having 4 ports, port 0, port 1, port 2, port 3. Each port is having 8 lines. So there are 32 lines in the 4 ports. So there are 32 input output lines for the 8051 microcontroller IC. So we have to use one of the port and we have to blink that port pins. Blink means make it on and off. Make it on and off. To make it on, there are 8 lines. To make the all 8 lines on, we have to send 1 on each line, and to make all the lines off, we have to send 0 on each line. There are 8 different input output lines in the port. We can select any of the port 0, port 1, port 2, port 3. Okay. So program to blink port pins high and low. Last word is forever. What do you mean by forever? Forever means when we start the program till the infinity time, continuously. Forever means continuously. Once the program starts, that is blinking of the port pin starts, this blinking will continue till a very long time, infinite time. It is forever. So it must be infinite loop. Forever means infinite loop. Do you understand infinite loop? Infinite loop means that program will not end and it will continue till infinite time. So this is the meaning of forever. Forever means infinite time. Continue till very infinity time. Okay. So this is the program, we can check here. Okay. Hash include, there is less than greater than signs. In between what to include is written. reg51.h. Less than greater than signs are there. Include. Hash include, less than greater than sign in between. That reg51.h is written. That is reg51 is the header file. .h means header file. What do you mean by header file? Header file is a file which is having definitions of some of the commands, some of the instructions. So if we include that header file, the commands defined in that header files can be used into the program. If you do not include that header file and you use those commands, then those commands will give errors. So to use some of the commands, we have to include some of the header files. Here the reg51.h header file is included to use these commands given in this program. So double backslash is there after that. First line, hash include. So this is hash. Okay, hash. So hash is like this. This is hash include reg51.h. This is the header file. There is a double backslash like this, backslash, double backslash. Double backslash is indicating that after this till the end of sentence, end of this line, all is the comment. Do you know comment means what in the program? In the program, comment means it is only to understand and not a part of program. It is to only to give the information to the programmer. Programmer will write some information for the sake of understanding to himself and to other programmers that what is going on. What is going on in this program is written in English sentences or any language to understand what is going on in the program, what is written, what is the logic, what is the thinking behind writing this particular, what is the thinking behind using this particular command, what this command is doing. All the information can be written in the in the comments. So comment is just for our convenience to understand what is going on, and it is not the part of program. हा प्रोग्रामचा पार्ट नाही कॉमेंट म्हणजे. कॉमेंट हे आपल्याला प्रोग्राम मध्ये काय चाललेलं आहे, प्रोग्रामचा त्याचा अर्थ काय आहे, त्याचं यूज काय आहे, याची अधिकची माहिती, जास्तीची माहिती आपल्याला घेण्यासाठी आपण कॉमेंट लिहितो. कॉमेंट हा कंपायलर जेव्हा कंपाईल करेल ना तेव्हा तो कॉमेंटला स्किप करून टाकतो. डबल बॅकस्लॅश जो आहे ना त्याच्या पुढचं जे काय एंड ऑफ द लाईन पर्यंत असेल ते सर्व तो स्किप करून टाकतो. स्किप करून टाकतो आणि ते प्रोग्राम एक्झिक्युशन मध्ये घेत नाही. त्याला म्हणतात कॉमेंट. कॉमेंट म्हणजे असा पार्ट असतो त्या टेक्स्टचा की जो प्रोग्राम नसतो, तो प्रोग्राम एक्झिक्युशन मध्ये घेतला जात नाही, त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो, कॉमेंट म्हणतो. सो डबल बॅकस्लॅश स्पेशल फंक्शन रजिस्टर डिक्लेरेशन फॉर द इंटेंडेड 8051 डेरिव्हेटिव्ह, हे जे सगळं लिहिलेलं आहे ना, हे सगळं आपल्या माहितीसाठी आहे. आपण लिहिलेलं आहे, ते नाही लिहिलं तरी चालतं कारण ती कॉमेंट आहे. ती कंपायलर हा त्याला कन्सिडर करत नाही. कंपायलर विल नॉट कन्सिडर दिस. ओके, कंपायलर इज नॉट कन्सिडरिंग दिस. This is comment. Okay, so hash include greater than, less than, greater than, in between that reg51.h header file is included. So this is for including the header file, including the package header file library, including the header file. Header file is library. So this is the inclusion of the header file, and the meaning of double backslash, that is the comment, and the use of comment, or what do you mean by comment. कारण हा इनिशियल प्रोग्राम असल्यामुळे आपण कॉमेंटच्या बद्दल आपण डिटेल पाहिलं. अशा कॉमेंट्स प्रत्येक प्रोग्राम मध्ये येणार आहेत. त्यावेळेस आपल्याला ते लक्षात ठेवायला लागेल की कॉमेंट हा प्रोग्रामचा पार्ट असत नाही. कॉमेंट काय असतो तर आपल्या अंडरस्टँडिंगसाठी आपण जे आपल्याला पाहिजे आहे ते तिथं लिहून ठेवलेलं असतं आपल्या माहितीसाठी. पुन्हा जेव्हा केव्हा आपण प्रोग्राम तो पाहू त्यावेळेस आपल्याला लक्षात आलं पाहिजे की इथं जे लिहिलेलं आहे ते असं असं याच्या कामासाठी असं असं त्याचा उपयोग आहे. या गोष्टी आपल्याला लक्षात देण्यासाठी आपण ती कॉमेंट लिहिलेली असते. वी हॅव रिटन देअर कॉमेंट टू अंडरस्टँड द मीनिंग ऑफ दॅट इन्स्ट्रक्शन, द लॉजिक बिहाइंड दॅट इन्स्ट्रक्शन, यूज ऑफ दॅट इन्स्ट्रक्शन, अँड यूज ऑफ दॅट इन्स्ट्रक्शन, usage of instruction, and how it is running, what will be expected, whatever the thinking behind it, that is written there for our facility in the future understanding in the future, or any other person who is reading this program to understand that it will be helpful to programmer and other programmers for the sake of understanding, easiness, to facilitating the clarity of the program. The comments are written. Comments are not part of the program, and they are not executed, or they are not considered in compilation and execution of the program by the compiler. Compiler will not generate the code of that particular line in the comment. कॉमेंटचा थोडा पार्टचा कोड तयार होत नाही कंपायलर कडून. Okay, so this is the meaning of comment. So we have seen the inclusion of the file and commenting of the particular statement. Then there is a start of the program. Just like the C language or C++ language, C language, there is a start of the program which is having the main function declaration. Main function. Main function is the function which is the total program, original program or basic program, you can say, of the in the C language. Okay, main program. It is the main is the function. So the program starts from the main, and if there are some other functions, they are declared and used in the main functions, accordingly they will be called, they will be used. But program always starts from main function. So main function is the function which is mainly written. Okay. So how the main function is declared, we know in C language. C language, the function is declared. There is a style of declaring the function. There are rules of declaring the function. We have the function name. We have the output type of the variable. We have the options of variable passing of the variable, and the body of the function. Body of the function means below that function name there is a program. That program is called body of the function. Okay. So in this case, the void is the type of the variable. Okay, which is outputted by the function. Function name is main, M-A-I-N. Main is the function name. Main is the name which is reserved. We cannot use this for any other function. Main is the function name reserved in the C, C++, and this embedded C also. Main is the function name which is reserved, and we cannot use this MAIN function name to any other function name. We can generate many other functions with any name, delays, etc. For example, delay function we can generate. For example, some other print function we can generate, printing function, for scanning function, for accessing the keyboards functions. So any other functions are there. A lot of functions we can generate. We can write, but we cannot use the function name main because it is reserved. So main is a function name for the program start of the C, C++. In this case also embedded C. We are studying embedded C, isn't it? This is embedded C program. Okay. So this is the first line of the program. Okay. What is that? Main function declaration. Main function declaration. This is the name of the function. Name. Okay. Main. M-A-I-N. Name of the function. Before that, with the space, what is written is the outcome of that function. is of which type? There are type integer data types are there. Type of the data. Which type of the data it is outputting? There may be outcome data output as integer. There may be data output as a fraction. There may be data output as a float. There may be data output as the double, isn't it? There may be data output as a characters, string of characters. Okay. Similarly, here the data output are void, means it is not having any type, data type. No output is there. This function is not returning anything. So it is void function. Void means it is not returning any type of the data type. So after this, before the function data type is there, after the function into the bracket, it is the list of the variables to be passed. That is also void. So no variable is passed because it is a main function. No arguments are passed. In any function, after function name in the round brackets, we can give the different arguments to be passed. Arguments to be passed means variables to be passed with its value. Suppose x, y, z, these are the variables. If you give into the bracket, those x, y, z variables in the previous function can be passed as an argument into the defined function. जो फंक्शन आपण डिफाइन करतो त्या फंक्शन मध्ये आपल्याला जर ते पास करायचे असतील व्हेरिएबल, पास करणे म्हणजे घेऊन जाणे, आपल्याला वी हॅव टू टेक दोज फंक्शन्स इनटू द अदर दोज व्हेरिएबल्स इनटू द अदर फंक्शन, वी हॅव टू राइट इनटू राउंड ब्रॅकेट मेन ब्रॅकेट व्हेरिएबल नेम्स. ओके, we have to write the variables names into that function name. Okay, into the bracket void main into bracket void. So the function is returning void, that means it is not returning anything, and function is having arguments void, means no arguments are there in the main function. So you can define in other function, we can have the data type of the function, we can have the arguments of the function also. Okay, but main function will not have argument, will not have data type. Main function will not return anything and will not take as a input anything. Main function will not have returning anything and main function will not take any input from variables into the bracket. Okay, both are void. Then this is the curly bracket start. So main function starts here, and this is the curly bracket end. The main function ends here. So after main function, what is the body of the function? What is the total program of the function? Is confined, is completed, defined by the boundaries, and those boundaries are opening curly bracket and closing curly bracket. For this void main function, this is the opening curly bracket and this is the closing curly bracket. Why this is closing curly bracket for main function? Because there is another curly bracket, and this is for this for function, a for loop. This is for this for loop. Okay, so curly bracket is a bracket which can contain a bunch of commands. It says that this is the bunch of commands which is coming under this curly bracket will work unitedly together, will be considered as one lump sum bunch of the commands. Okay, so to understand, to declare the bunch of the command, group of the command, curly brackets are used. So to declare the start and end of the block of the commands, better word is block of the commands. Bunch of the commands means block of the commands. To declare the block of the commands, curly brackets are used. So for this for loop, this opening of the curly bracket and closing of the curly bracket, this will declare the block of the commands. Within these curly brackets, whatever are the commands are there, whatever are the programming syntaxes are there, those programming syntaxes are in the block of these two curly brackets, and this is related to this for loop. Okay, this block is related to this for loop. Okay, so these two curly brackets are opening curly brackets, closing curly brackets are the block defining curly bracket for this for loop. Similarly, this curly bracket opening and this curly bracket closing, these are defining the total block, the complete block of the program main. Okay, for this main function, this curly bracket opening and this curly bracket closing will define the complete block of the program. Okay, this is the block of the program for this main. Okay, this main function will have curly bracket opening and curly bracket closing is a block of the program. It is called block of the program. Okay, so this is the block of the program for the main. So whatever you write between that first curly bracket and last curly bracket, those are considered as program statements under main. That is start of the program, that is end of the program. Okay, for main, opening of the curly bracket is the start of the program and closing of the curly bracket is the end of the program. So this is start of the program to end of the program. Okay, this is start of the program to end of the program. Between this curly bracket to this curly bracket, whatever is written, this is the complete program for main. After this curly bracket, anything is written is not the part of the program. Please remember, after the curly bracket, which is for main program, main function, after this curly bracket closing, whatever is the written instructions are there, those will not be considered as the part of main program. Okay, so whatever program we have to write, those program commands, those program lines should be within the closing of the, before the closing of the curly bracket of the main function. मेन फंक्शनची जी क्लोजिंग कर्ली ब्रॅकेट आहे त्या क्लोजिंग ब्रॅकेट कर्ली ब्रॅकेटच्या अगोदर जेवढे इन्स्ट्रक्शन्स असतील ते फक्त त्या मेन फंक्शनचा पार्ट असेल, अदरवाइज त्या मेन फंक्शनचा तो पार्ट असणार नाही. बरोबर, प्रोग्रामचा पार्ट असणार नाही. हे आपल्याला कन्सिडरेशन करावं, घ्यावं, लक्षात ठेवावं लागणार आहे. तर आज आपण काय पाहिलं, तर हा प्रोग्राम काय लिहायचा आहे. ओके, प्रोग्राम काय लिहायचा आहे, त्याचा अर्थ काय आहे, तर पोर्टच्या पिन्स ब्लिंक करायच्या आहेत आपल्याला. पोर्टच्या पिन्स ह्या ब्लिंक करायच्या आहेत. ब्लिंक करणे म्हणजे काय, ऑन करून ऑफ करणे, ऑफ झाल्यावर पुन्हा ऑन करणे, ऑन झाल्यावर पुन्हा ऑफ करणे. ऑन ऑफ करणे त्याला ब्लिंक करणे म्हणायचं. पोर्टच्या पिन, कुठल्या पोर्टच्या पिन, कुठल्याही पोर्ट, पोर्ट 0 P0, पोर्ट 1 P1, पोर्ट 2 P2, पोर्ट 3 P3, असे 4 पोर्ट आहेत. प्रत्येक पोर्ट मध्ये 8 लाईन्स आयो लाईन्स आहेत. प्रत्येक पोर्टमध्ये 8 आयो लाईन्स आहेत. मग त्या 8 आयो लाईन्स सर्व एका पोर्टच्या ऑन करणे आणि ऑफ करणे असा प्रोग्राम लिहायचा आहे. ऑन आणि ऑफ कसं करू आपण, तर त्या पिनवर हाय आणि लो आउटपुट करून, मग त्या पिन्स या आउटपुट असतील का इनपुट असतील, त्या पिन आउटपुट असतील. आणि मग हे कधी करायचं, किती वेळ करायचं, तर फॉर एव्हर म्हणजे इन्फानाइट टाइम. त्याची लूप जी आहे ती इन्फानाइट टाइम लूप असेल. बरोबर. तर हा प्रोग्राम जो आहे तो ब्लिंक करायचा पोर्टचा आणि त्याला हाय आणि लो आउटपुट करून ब्लिंक करायचा आहे आणि तो इन्फानाइट टाइम करायचा आहे. आणि कुठल्या ह्याला, तर कुठलाही एक पोर्ट घ्या. आपण ह्या प्रोग्राम मध्ये P1 पोर्ट घेतलेला आहे आणि त्याच्या 8 लाईनच्या 8 लाईन सर्व लाईन एकदम ऑन करायच्या, ऑफ करायच्या, असं आपल्याला ब्लिंकिंग करायचं. आणि आपण काय पाहिलं, प्रोग्रामचं स्ट्रक्चर कसं असतं, इन्क्लूडचा अर्थ काय, कॉमेंटचा अर्थ काय, कर्ली ब्रॅकेट कुठून कुठंपर्यंत असतात, त्या कर्ली ब्रॅकेटच्या बाहेर लिहिलं तर काय होतं, कर्ली ब्रॅकेटच्या आत लिहायला लागेल, कर्ली ब्रॅकेट कसा ब्लॉक डिफाईन करतो, एव्हरीथिंग वी हॅव डिस्कस्ड. So today we'll stop here. Tomorrow we'll continue the programs and the software packages. Okay, thank you. We'll meet tomorrow. उद्या काय असणार आहे